Hey everybody, it's your boy Solomon David. So I got some responses on the last video. People saying that they wanted to hear the story. So I thought I'd put it out there. I'll start it out by saying the reason why I chose the name Nobody's Son Beaten But Unbroken is I have three moms, two dads. Yeah, I see y'all looking at me crazy, but I do got three moms and two dads. My adopted mom, my real mom, my stepmom, my adopted dad, and my real daddy. So, although I have those, I'm still nobody's son. My parents, my mom and my dad are dead. My stepmom doesn't speak to me. Never did. She never liked me because it reminded her of daddy's infidelity. And my adopted parents, they didn't really want me to begin with. I was supposed to be a group home boy, but she said something told her to take me. So it is what it is. But that's why I chose the Nobody's Son. And then the Beaten But Unbroken is I was in over 20 some homes and I was beaten and molested in the majority of them. I can't say all, but I could say probably 75-80% of those homes. And it's something that it took me a while to get over, but I was able to get over it. I went through my monster phase. I went through my wild man phase, I guess you'd say it. Did that for a while. But on the topic of the book, the first chapter starts out, Mom was 16 years old. So to me, for a long time, I hated that woman. But in reality, mom just did the best that she could with what she had. She was a 16-year-old white woman. This is 89, 88, 89. I was born in 89. And daddy was a 24-year-old black man. Mom just happened to, she had only been getting in trouble for a little bit at the time. You know, a little petty theft here, getting in trouble at school there. And then all of a sudden, she went to a party with one of her friends, and well, she met my daddy. And one thing led to another. She was introduced to crack. They slept together. They conceived me. Then granddaddy and grandmama on mama's side decided that they didn't want a nigger baby in the family, so they disowned her. So Grandpa, there's rumors he was in the Irish Mafia, but I can't say yes and I can't say no. I didn't really know the man. I knew him, but I didn't know him, if that makes sense. Like, he hated me. He couldn't stand the fact that I was a black man. Matter of fact, my name isn't really Solomon. It's Reggie. And Granddaddy, he wouldn't call me Reggie. He'd call me Ricky because Ricky was a good old-fashioned white boy's name. And Grandpa was a raging alcoholic. So Mom said by the time I was 6, you never saw me without a cocktail. Mom was a pothead and a crackhead. She didn't let me smoke the crack, but she had me smoke a pot. I was smoking weed at 4. I was rolling by 5. And I was helping her sell by 6. I'd drop off her packages. I'd deliver her messages. I went to the trap houses. Mom didn't have to do nothing. And that's not to say that I'm some thug or I'm all gangster or nothing. I thought I was at one time, and I realized I didn't want to be like that. It took me a long time to figure that out. I'd rather be a daddy. I'd rather work with my hands. I still hold a gun on my hip, but I ain't about that life no more. But I digress. I'm a little nervous, y'all. This is I ain't tell too many people this story, but my wife and my therapist say that I should get it out. So, but long story short, the only time Granddaddy ever really showed any love towards me was really 2 incidents. He'd sit me on his lap and we'd eat sweet pickles and drink Seagram 7 and 7 Up. And we'd drive around his riverfront property. He had a trailer on a bunch of land with the river. We'd drive the golf cart up and down, eating sweet pickles. And I think for that brief moment, he forget that I was a nigga. Because at that point, he was, a granddaddy. Granted, he had to be wasted off his ass to do it. But at that point, he was a granddaddy. And then the second time is when I was 5 years old. Mom had one of her Johns. He put a shotgun to my head. I don't remember what she did. I think it was a business transaction gone wrong. And he put the shotgun in my head. But I had already seen so much and been through so much. I didn't care. I remember the incident. She didn't even have to tell me. I remembered that incident. I remember telling them to do it. I remember feeling the steel of the barrel against my forehead. And I don't remember what she did, but she did something. It distracted him for a minute. And then I bit his leg. She hit him in the back of the head with a frying pan. And that boy went out. I'm talking about he was out. The car that they had was already stolen, so she jumped in the car, turned a little screwdriver, and we was about our way. We went to granddaddy and grandmama's house. And I don't remember the conversation. That part to me is fuzzy. But what I do remember is that granddaddy left the house with a shotgun and a shovel. And when he came back, he didn't have either one. And he said we can go home and that the man wouldn't bother us again. And I never seen that man again. I mean, and you ain't got to be a rocket scientist to figure out what happened. Mama only fucked with niggas. And that nigga was disappeared. And I had heard the stories from him and his buddies before, talking about what they used to do to niggas back in the day. So, put two and two together. But that's neither here nor there. I think I'm going to end it right there because I can already see that I'm getting amped up and I'm ready to talk some more. So, if y'all want to hear it, let me know. If not, if I'm just wasting my time, I'll just keep doing it my way and putting it out here for myself. But the ones that do want to hear it and the ones that this story is going to affect, I haven't even got to foster care. I ain't even really touched on my childhood yet. I'm just giving a brief overview. If it's something you're interested in, we keep on rolling with this. If not, we can go back to the AI videos. We could try some comedy videos. Just let me know. Because right now I'm trying to work for y'all. So let me know. Thank y'all. And stay still breathing.